this particular exercise is one that is recommended by your doctor, your midwife, your physiotherapist. Everyone recommends it. It could be when you're laughing, when you're not crying, but when you're laughing or you're sneezing. There's a lot more pressure in that area. So what you need to do is try and laugh or cough or sneeze. Well, you can't force yourself to sneeze. And welcome back to the channel. So in this video we're going to be doing the pelvic floor exercise, but before we get to that, what is a pelvic floor muscle? A pelvic floor muscle is a muscle that extends from your pelvic bone into the base of the spine. So basically the muscle holds all of your organs, the pelvic organs, together, including the bladder. So as soon as you find out that you're pregnant, this is a very good exercise to do. If you don't do any exercise at all, this particular exercise is one that is recommended by your doctor, your midwife, your physiotherapist. Everyone recommends it. And basically the reason why they're recommending it is because it really helps you, tighten all of the muscles in that area. During labor, it helps you push properly, and also it helps prevent incontinence as well. So, when you're laughing and you get a little bit, that really helps if you can strengthen it in between that. So yeah, that's really what it does. And as soon as you find out that you're pregnant, you need to start doing this. It's easier when you find out, in your first trimester and you start doing these exercises, because it really strengthens all of the organs in that area. It strengthens, that area for you. So why do you need it when you're pregnant? The main reason why you need it is because there's going to be a lot of pressure on your uterus. Everything is growing, everything is pointing down. It really helps you strengthen every organ around that area, and also it stops you from incontinence. If you peeing on yourself, for example, it stops all of that. So there are two types of pelvic floor exercises, the main ones. There's one you do for strength, so you strengthen your pelvic floor muscles, and the second one is for endurance. So it basically means that you can go a little bit longer with it. So the first one is the feeling or the sensation or how you do it. And really, as they say, people are not even meant to know you're doing it. So it's something that you can do, while you're sitting, eating, brushing. You can stand and do it. You can sit down, or you can lay down as well. So when you're getting a lot bigger, it's probably maybe in your third trimester, it's probably better if you lay on your side. Maybe the left hand side, you put a pillow in between and you lay on your side. I'll just show a picture here. So those are the different positions. So you can stand and do it. You can sit, or you can lay on your side from your left hand side, put a pillow in between your legs and do the position. So how you would do it is, it feels like you're holding in your pee, basically. You want to pee, but you don't really want to pee. So you hold it in and then you release. You hold it in and you release. So for the strength one is to hold it in for a lot longer, about 10 seconds or more, and then you release. So you can do this about 10 to 20 times. You're supposed to do this 10 to 20 times a day, or maybe 3 to 5 times a day, but you can do 10 reps each or 20 reps each. So I tend to do like 20 in a go, and I do it about 5 times a day. So you can do 5, 10 times a day if you can, but really the more you do, the better it gets, and you're really just strengthening it. If you can do 3 to 5 times a day, or 3 to 10 times a day if you want, but within that session that you're doing, you can do 10 times 10 reps of it. So basically what you're supposed to do is think about you. So this is what I watched recently from a midwife. So there are 3 areas that you're trying to strengthen. So apparently at a later stage, you're only really meant to strengthen the vagina area, but for now you strengthen your behind, where basically you're holding in the fat, basically. So the hole where you're going to be farting from, you're trying to hold it in and you're not releasing that. Same as where you would put a tampon, for example. So you imagine you're holding in a tampon, or you're clenching in a tampon, you're clenching it in. And then where you pee, so you're also holding in your pee. So 3 different areas that you're trying to strengthen. So just imagine you're trying to fart and you're stopping it from actually coming out. You're trying to pee, but you're stopping your pee from coming out, and then you're trying to put a tampon into the hole you normally put a tampon into, but you're also, stopping it from going in, basically. So you push, you move forward, you don't move your back on the chair. So you move slightly forward, and then you can put your hands on your legs. And again, if you're anywhere, you're you're at work or you're in a public place, no one really needs to know that you're doing it, but just remember what you're trying to do. You're trying to clench and stop the pee from coming out. You're trying to stop the fat from coming out, and you're also trying to stop like a tampon going in. So those three areas you're trying to really clench together. So think about it for a second, and then we can do the exercise. And there's another thing called the knack. So the knack is basically when you're trying to tighten your pelvic floor muscle for increasing pressure in that area. So what that is could be when you're laughing, when you're not crying, but when you're laughing or you're sneezing. So there's a lot more pressure on that area. There's a lot more pressure in that area. So what you need to do is try and laugh or cough or sneeze. Well, you can't force yourself to sneeze, but try and cough or laugh and then hold it in. So while you're doing that, so hold it in. So let's start with the first one, which is building the strength, pelvic floor strength. So what you're doing, or what you have to do, is to hold it in for longer, 10 seconds, and release. Hold it in for 10 seconds and 10 times. So now let's go. So hold it in, remember, you're trying to stop pee from coming out, you're trying to stop fat from coming out, or you're also trying to stop a tampon going in. So you're really clenching and squeezing that area a bit. So for 10 seconds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And remember to breathe. So you're not holding your breath when you're doing it. You're breathing normally, and then you're doing it. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Remember to breathe. You're not holding in your breath, and you're also not, you're not stiffening up. You're only walking around that area. So you're not doing anything to your bum, you're not doing anything, you're just walking around that area. So we go again. 10 times, you're going 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Remember, you can time yourself, but I'm just doing this. So we've done 3, 10, 7 to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 4, 6 to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. See, it's not so hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Maybe I'm going a little bit faster, but please time yourself. Don't use my own time. The last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the one we've just done is to strengthen the pelvic floor muscle. The next one is the endurance. So the endurance is basically, again, making sure that you can go a little bit longer with the pelvic floor when you're doing the exercises. And the more you can do, the better. So with this one, you can do 3 times a day, 5 times a day, or 10 times a day, or even more if you have the time and you can do it. But remember, the more you do it, the better it gets. You really need to start strengthening that area. There's going to be a lot of, you're growing, your uterus, your your tummy is going to be growing and it's going to be pushing down on a lot of things, your bladder and a lot of, in that area. So the quicker you start doing it, the earlier you start doing it, the better. So as soon as you find out that you're pregnant, the first trimester, just kickstart it, start it. And once you start, as you grow, as you're growing, as your bump is growing, you might find it uncomfortable to sit. So the best one would be to lay on your side and to do it. But again, remember, all you really need to do is just strengthen that area. So you can lay on your side, you can stand, and you can sit. So the one we've just done is to strengthen your pelvic floor. The next one is the endurance. We just do like maybe 5 reps of this. So you can do it, it's quicker. So you clench, you release quicker. Clench, release. So it's a lot quicker, and let's start. Okay. So with that one, you're doing the same thing, clenching that area, but make sure, remember, you're trying to hold in a pee, you're trying to stop a tampon from going in, so you're clenching that area, and also you're trying to stop a fat from going in. So let's start. And this is quicker, remember, so it's not 10 seconds, now it's 5 or even less. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, you're making sure, I don't know if you can see, I know I'm clenching my butt, but you're not really supposed to do that. So it's between, the pelvic floor area. So remember, you're clenching it to stop all of the things that you want to stop from coming out. So you're really stopping it. So that's basically the 2 main pelvic floor exercises. You can do it standing, you can do it sitting, you can do it laying on your side as well. So when you get a lot heavier, you might just find it a bit more comfortable laying on your side and putting a pillow in between your legs. So if that makes it a lot better. So the knack, I mentioned the knack. So the knack is, again, another type of pelvic floor exercise, and what that basically do is it just prepares you, or increases, or it strengthens and tightens the pelvic floor area from increasing pressure. So increasing pressure would be you sneezing, you laughing, and sneezing, laughing basically, and coughing. So if you're trying to strengthen it more when you're doing things like that, so you stop incontinence, you pin it up and things like that, you can do the knack as well. So on top of the strength and the endurance one, you can try the knack as well. So what we can do is we'll try and cough and then clench that area. So we'll do that 3 consecutive times. So remember, clench it as you're coughing, so you're really holding it tight. So ready? So remember, you're clenching while you're coughing. Again. Again. So you're holding it in while you're coughing. So it really tightens that area as well. So really, that's it. If you're thinking, there's so many other videos, you can read more about it, but all it really does is it holds and strengthens, the organs in that area. You're really strengthening your area, and it holds it all together. So there's a lot of organs in the pelvic area, and the pelvic muscle really just holds the organs properly. And because for people that are pregnant, you're even holding a lot more. There's a whole baby inside you that is pushing down on your bladder, so you really need to start strengthening it, preparing for labor, and also just avoiding incontinence and things like that. So it's a really good exercise to do. If you don't do any exercise, which I do not recommend, because you have to exercise throughout, including when you're pregnant, I do not recommend that you don't exercise. But if you do not want to exercise, this one you cannot avoid. Everyone tells you to do it, and there's a good reason for it. If you do it, you reap the benefit, and it's really important. They always tell women, or women are told, do the pelvic floor exercises is really good for you, especially when you're pregnant, because you're really preparing for labor, and you're also avoiding, other things as well. So please try these exercises. I hope it was easy, but remember, again, you're trying to really just clench 3 different areas in your pelvic area, basically. So the pelvic muscle holds all your pelvic organs together, and the pelvic muscle extends from the pubic bone to the base of the spine. So it's just right around from here, right around to the base of the spine. So it's really important, and what it does is it holds all the organs in that area, holds it together, and you need to strengthen and tighten it up. especially when you're pregnant, because your uterus and everything is coming down with a baby inside you. So you really need to hold onto it, strengthen it, and prepare for labor as well. So it's a really good exercise for you. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you're going to be doing this regularly on a daily basis. So I hope this was helpful, and don't forget, subscribe, share the video, comment if you do it, if you don't do it, why you do not do it, and also if there's any other way that you do it. Please share, like, subscribe, and turn on your notification. I can't wait to see you next time. Eat well, stay safe, and look after yourself. Bye for now. Bye.